Dr. Quinn, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, thank you for having me.
What do you think make of these adverse reactions to the J&J vaccine?
Well, I've studied a lot of the literature that's being released right now, and some of the conditions of some of the vaccination sites are being evaluated. Because note that it is getting a little bit warm, and some of these sites are a little bit heated as far as the temperature. There are long waits. People are waiting for an extended period of time. Maybe they haven't had an opportunity to get water or food. They may be hungry. These are all factors that we have to consider. And basically, when we talk about these side effects, we have to understand that when you get a vaccination or medication or any type of therapy, there's always the chance of side effects. But we have to look at benefits and risk. And right now, the benefits of getting vaccinated, stopping this coronavirus pandemic, outweigh the risk. But at the same time, it is a good sign that when there is a concern about side effects, the FDA and the government will pull it briefly to really study to make sure that it is safe. And then if we determine that it's safe enough, we'll restart it. That's a good sign that our government and those bodies that are governing are really concerned about our safety and put it number one as far as the priority.
You know, last week, Dr. Dobbs said that Mississippi is going to be getting like tens of thousands of those J&J doses. So should people here in our state be worried about taking the Johnson & Johnson vaccine and worried about reactions to it?
Well, what we have to do is just be knowledgeable. I mean, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is a great opportunity because basically individuals can receive a high level of protection with just one vaccination. That's very, very beneficial. The storing is a lot easier for the medical facilities. I say let's just continue to follow the data, but just know that our governing bodies, they're making sure that the safety is number one. And when there is a concern, they pull it back. And I can't overstate how impressive and important that is that they're willing to do that because there's a lot of money invested. There's a lot of risk because we need to vaccinate as many people as soon as possible, but they're willing to pull it back if it's determined unsafe.
Dr. Quinn, earlier in the show, we talked about children being those long-haul carriers of COVID. Does this heighten the importance of getting as many kids vaccinated as possible before they get sick?
Most definitely. Now note, as of today, we can only vaccinate children 16 years of age and older with the Pfizer. That's the only one that has the emergency use authorization so far. But Pfizer has put in a request with the FDA for emergency use authorization from 12 years old to 16, which means we can vaccinate a lot more children. This is so important because a lot about coronavirus is unknown, meaning we're learning as we go along. But what's very, very puzzling is the children, a lot of these children that are long haulers having these symptoms of fatigue, shortness of breath, rapid heart rate. When you look at the report, some of them had mild to moderate to no symptoms at all. That's what's so confusing about it. But the bottom line is we're learning more and more every day, and we're able to help these kids. A lot of it is blamed on the inflammation with the coronavirus infection. But the most important thing is we just got to stay tuned. But when these vaccinations become available to children, when they get that FDA emergency use authorization, we need to start vaccinating our children to protect them.
Hey, thank you, Dr. Quinn. Appreciate you joining us this afternoon. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.